Hi, this is Happy Bird from happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this very simple little wreath ornament made from Dollar Tree bling and from the clear shower curtain rings at Walmart. Now before I get started showing you how to put this together, I wanted to let you know that next Friday my friend Crafty and I will be doing a snowman collab together. So don't miss out, because you'll really want to see what we have in store for you next week. And I really think you're going to love it. So with that said, we'll get started and I'll show you how to make this very simple little ornament. Okay, so I bought these clear shower rings at Walmart. And if your store is out of them, you can order them on the Walmart website. Now when you open these shower rings will come unhooked. I don't know why, but they do. So be sure to hook it like that, okay? And then the next thing you're going to need is some sparkly tulle. And I bought this at Walmart, and they had quite a few, and they were less than $4 a roll when I bought this. So okay, so now you're going to need to cut 21 inches of the sparkly tulle, okay? And then you're going to fold them, fan fold them into pleats. And I'm making mine roughly 3/4 of an inch wide. Now it doesn't have to be exact, but that's just a rough estimate. And it doesn't have to be perfect by any means. Just do your best. Okay. So I'm going to take the end of this, like that, and I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue off to the side. And then I'm just going to set that there. Just kind of hold it like that, just until it grabs. Okay. Now I'm going to slip this through. I'm going to pull fairly snugly as I wrap this on around. Now you may or may not need the full 21 inches, but everybody's pleats, the pleat size is a little bit different. So I just want to make sure you have plenty to work with. Okay, and I'm pulling this nice and snug. I have to put all this stuff aside. Hold on for a second. Okay, it has a long tail. And you just wrap it on around. And see, this isn't super perfect, but it's covering it, and that's what we want. And I'm just kind of overlapping the end part like this as I go around. I think it gives it kind of a snowy, icy look, which is what I was going for. And we're almost there. Okay, and I'm just going to go around like this, and it looks like this will end up being just enough, like so. So I'm just going to put a little bit, a little dab, little dot of hot glue here and there, like that. And then press this down with the spatula. And if there's a little piece or two sticking up like this right here, you can just come in and cut it off. It's not going to hurt it. This part here, don't worry about the top part here, the way it looks, because you're going to be putting something around this anyway to hang it, so it'll look nice by the time we're finished. Okay, so I purchased this fabric at Walmart. I thought it had kind of a shabby chic look to it. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut about a 1/2 inch right here, okay? And then I'm just going to pull it upwards to kind of rip it off here. I don't need a whole lot of it, but I'll just go ahead and rip this all the way down. You can always save it like that, just like we did our candy canes. Alright. And I ripped some earlier too. Okay. Alright, I'm going to start at the top part here and put just a little dot of glue. And I'm going to put this right here, just kind of let it sit there for a second. And I'm going to hold this and just kind of wrap it around, but I'm going to do it kind of downwards like this. And we're going to leave a little bit of space in between. This is just to give it some color and make it look a little shabby chic-ish, if that's a word. And I'm just going to continue going all the way down and around. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect. And then I think one last round here will do it. Yeah. And then I can cut it off about here, I think, but I'm going to hot glue this first. Just kind of pull it around there. Maybe I'll just pull all this all the way through, and then just come in and do this. Snip it. Okay, now it looks like this. I have to kind of feel to see where the top is. There we go. I can feel it. Okay, so now what you'll need to do is just go around and make sure there's no strings here. Just snip them off if you see them. Now normally I would add some narrow lace around it, but I'm not going to do it. I really want this bright pink fabric to show, and I already have this white tulle on the back, so I'm going to skip this part. I will include a link though for this lace. I bought 10 yards of this lace for 99 cents, and it took about 2.5 weeks to get here from China. Now I'm not saying you'll have the exact same experience, but I thought it was a really good deal for 10 yards. And I went back and ordered some in different colors. So I'll put that on my blog. You just have to click on the picture of this, and when the page opens up, the link will be right there for you. So I'm going to take some pink rhinestones that I bought from the Dollar Tree, and I think this is the top. I have to feel it. It's kind of hard to tell now. Oh, here it is. That's the top. Okay. So I'm just going to put little dot of glue here. You can start it anywhere really. That's just to anchor this down. So I'm just going to leave it sit for just a moment or two. Like that. And then I'm just going to wrap it on around at an angle, but I'm going to leave about an inch of space in between. Well, not quite an inch. I would say more like a half an inch. Yeah, more like a half an inch. And go all the way around like that. And then when it comes to the end, I'll just put a little dab of glue just to anchor it, and then start right next to it with another strip. I'll put it a little bit away from the last one here, so it'll look like it's just one continuous strip. Right. Just go on around like this. And then we'll come to the end here. Just like so. And then start with another strip. Put it a little bit away from this last one. I'll hold it for a second. And do this at an angle. And right about here. Looks like we might have to use about 4.5 strips. I think that was about what they used on the candy canes. For the longest time, our Dollar Tree had these rhinestones, but I noticed in just the last couple of weeks they all sold out, every single one of them. So I'm looking for them now in other larger Dollar Trees, which they generally have them in the larger ones. But the Dollar Tree that I have near me is so small, and the stock is kind of hit or miss. It's not anything that the store's not super stocked on a lot of the stuff. Okay. Alright, so it looks like it won't even be half. It looks like it'll just be maybe a let's see. I think I need one more rhinestone right here. I kind of snipped it off too soon, I think. Yeah, I'll need one right here. That's where we first started. So let me pull this off. this on. And then I'll just set this right here. Alright, so now we're going to do the pearls. And at first I was going to use these, and then I thought, these pearls I got at the Dollar Tree would look pretty on here too. But I think I'm going to stick with the same color theme as the candy cane and go with the white ones. So open that up. And what I'm going to do here, you can start anywhere, put a little dot just like we did with the rhinestones, and I'm going to kind of get this hot glue off my fingers here. Yeah, and then we're just going to kind of run the pearls in between. That's why you need to leave that space in between the rhinestones. And then anchor this. Just like that. And then just keep on going around. And if you can't find these rhinestones, I think I mentioned this before, but Walmart has them in big 12 by 12 sheets. And they're less than $3. These rhinestones, I believe, are about 6 millimeters. Same with the pearls. Okay, then we're going to start there. See how pretty this is looking already. Have you started on your Christmas crafts yet? I know some people that have been working on them since the summer and others that are just now starting on our Facebook group. By the way, if you haven't joined my Facebook group, please come to Happy Birds Glitter Nest. We have a lot of really lovely people in there. Okay, and then just keep going around like so, and I'll put a little bit of hot glue there. See, it's coming along. Isn't it looking nice? So, sorry about that. My dog's grumping at me if you hear her in the background. Every time I sit down to do a tutorial, she thinks it's playtime. Okay, let's see, where did I end off? Right here. Hold that for a second or so. Lucy, sorry. Okay. And I'm just going to keep going on around. And then we'll just have this tiny bit I'll play with you in a minute, Lucy. Take this one here. I think that'll do it. Okay, and then how about that? I think we did pretty good. So I'm going to put it on the second pearl here, because it looks like we can cut one off right here. Or actually I can pull that upwards. There we go. Yep. And there we go. All right. So I think it's looking very nice. And we'll move on to the next step, which would be the end step. Okay, so you're going to need some kind of a bow for your little wreath here. And you can use any kind of bow you want. You can buy pre-made bows at Walmart or on eBay. You can take a little piece of tulle and tie it in an overhand knot and put it in the front for a bow. There's so many options. So I'm using this bow lace, and I showed this in my candy cane video. So if you've already seen me make it, you can skip this part, but if you haven't, then you can watch how I do it. Now I will give the link to the seller that I bought this from on eBay, and it's really cheap. He is in China, so he takes about 6 weeks to deliver this. It's worth the wait if you don't need it right now. He sells it by, I believe, every 2 yards he sells it. And it's really cheap, like I said, and it's free shipping. And you can also go onto eBay and type in the words bow lace trim, and they should pop up for you. But I'll put the link that I use on my blog. And when you come to my blog, just click on the project link, and when the page opens up, then you'll see the seller's link there as well. Okay? So first thing I'm going to do is open up some triple thick. And I'm going to be using this little makeup brush I bought from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to saturate the front of it with triple thick. It will soak in slightly, so you want to get quite a bit on there. And you want to get enough on there where it'll hold the glass glitter really well. Okay, so that looks pretty good, about like that. Oops, wrong lid. The first thing I'm going to do is use this 70 grit clear glass glitter, and I bought this from Debbie on eBay, and this is her email address, but I will put a link to Debbie's store. Just click on this project, and when the page opens up, this is on my blog, then the link will be right there, and you can just click on it. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this glass glitter and sprinkle that here and here. I'm not worried about sprinkling it here in the middle so much, because I'll probably be putting an embellishment there. Then I'm just going to take some fine iridescent glitter in the white, and actually this is called Glitz. It's by Recollections, but you can use any type of ultrafine glitter you'd like in the white iridescent. And the same goes for this. I'm using the Recollections blush, and it's a fine glitter, but you can use any pink glitter you want. I'm getting to the tail end of this one. Alright. Then I'm going to take a popsicle stick and or any kind of a wooden stick that's flat. And I'm just going to press this down like this because I don't want any of the glass shards to be sticking up or anything like that. I want it completely flat. And it helps the glitter kind of presses in the glitter. So I'm just going to peel it up from here and put it in a less soggy place to dry. You can speed this up by putting this butterfly in front of a very small tabletop fan, or you can just let it dry overnight, which is what I'm going to do. And you'll see that in the morning it'll be really stiff, and then we'll put our little embellishment on and put the final touches on this pretty little wreath here. And so I'll be back. Okay, so this is dried overnight and it's rock hard. So now I'm going to glue this little piece of bling in the middle, and I will have the link as to where I purchased this on my blog. Just click on the picture of this project, and when the page opens it'll be right there for you. So I'm going to use E6000 on this, since this piece right here is metal and not plastic or acrylic. And I'm putting a fairly good amount of the E6000, and then a dot of hot glue just so it'll hold. And I'm going to place it right here in the middle like that. Wait for that to dry. Okay, and once this is dried well enough where I can handle it, then I'll put it on the wreath. Yeah, and I can feel it's already starting to grab with the hot glue. Yeah, okay. So I was trying to find the part that connected at the very beginning. I think it's down here. So I'm going to have to take off one of these pearls here at the bottom. And the reason why I'm going to have to do that is because they stick up higher than the rhinestones. So I think it would be awkward to glue that on. Yeah, and that's fine that way. Okay. So I'm going to be using hot glue. I'm putting a fairly good amount on here too. And I'm going to place it right here. Let me hold it there until it grabs. Just like so. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to let it dry, and then we'll come back in and put the little hanger part on it. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so lastly we're going to put on this upholstery thread that I bought at Walmart, and it's very strong. It's not like your regular thread. And I've used this before in various videos. So I'm just going to make a little loop there, like that. And I like to use this thread for more delicate projects because you can't really see it all that well. See? And I'm just going to tie it. A couple of times. And then make a little knot with it up here. cut it off. And you can always put a little hook on here, like that, and hang it from your Christmas tree. But I think this turned out really pretty. This was a very easy project to do. It just takes a little time, and it's pretty on the back as well as the front. So I really hope you give this a try. And thank you so much for watching this video, and God bless each and every one of you. Take care. Bye-bye.